Join me for 4 days in Singapore as we discover some of the best shopping and what the discounts are like as a tourist, how to litter in Singapore and not get arrested, how to navigate Singapore's underground tunnels to stay out of the sun,
So I'm a bit lost.
and how to get to the top of Marina Bay Sands where the infinity pool is without spending $1,000 plus on a room. And of course, we'll hit up some amazing local food spots along the way. So I just got to the hotel and it's so beautiful. The bathroom is a bit small, but it does the job. It's got nice diptyque accessories. And then from the top, you can see down onto the bed, so like a loft. And there are mirrors everywhere here. So yeah, it's pretty nice. And it's got pool access as well. It's pretty dark right now, so I'm not going to go outside. Or maybe I will. Ooh. Okay, so this is our own personal day bed. And then we can go out into the swimming area. And the pool here is stunning. I landed pretty late, so I decided to go out to get some food. There weren't many places open, so I ended up at this iced dessert place inside a food court. It was really refreshing, but it didn't quite hit the spot. So when I got back to the hotel, I ordered a char kway teow. It was so satisfying. But it was late and it was time to sleep. The next morning I did some work before going to explore the hotel, which I'll go into more detail in my next video. But onwards to my first lunch. Don't go walking in the sun. Everyone walks underground or through the shops here. I might go in, I might go back in. It's easy to get heat stroke out on the street, so I can't impress this more. Walk underground if you can. The main areas of Singapore have a network of tunnels that allow you to stay in the air-conditioned tunnels. And they also have some really great shops and food underground as well. So I'm after a chatterbox now, recommended by my good friend Ant. And I'm really excited because I've heard that this is elevated hawker style. I will try some real hawker food as well. But I'm really excited to also eat this. Chatterbox was hidden at the back of the Hilton Hotel. And I was so surprised because there were so many accolades for their chicken rice up on the wall. I got a walk-in spot at the bar area and chose the Heritage Set meal, which included their signature chicken rice. And then I fucked up. So I might have accidentally ordered a whole bottle of sparkling tea. I wonder what's going to happen to me after I drink a bottle of tea. I also may have over-ordered. I am hungry though, so I'm going to try my best to finish this. By the time I got to the chicken rice, I was already full, but I soldiered on. I also realised that I accidentally got a second coconut drink on top of my coconut ice cream. Drunk with tea, I tried to find my way back after lunch. So I'm a bit lost and I have no idea how to get to Orchid. I eventually found my way and decided to go shopping for some souvenirs. So for this afternoon, I've just been walking around the shops and I haven't really bought much, but look, I'm 100% giving these to my friends. I just saw them and I bought them for you guys. I love you. I also went to Gentle Monster to try a few different sunglasses. They had a massive selection from the gummy sunglasses to the Mugler glasses, which had me wondering when you would actually wear these. I did end up liking the sunglasses from the Jenny collection, but I couldn't tell if the pale green glasses were a vibe or not. And then I met my boyfriend at Atlas Bar, which was a stunning bar. It had a massive gin tower that overlooked the whole bar. We received some snacks and of course we got some gin cocktails as well. We got the Atlas French and the Wicked Trio, both of which were really good. And we also had some fries, some bread, and also some extra snacks as well. The food here is really decent, and the gin cocktails are even better. The next day we went to do a bit of shopping in Orchard for some makeup and snacks. But first, food. My boyfriend was also craving some char kway teow, so we went to Food Opera, which is a food court inside of Iron Orchard. I love how the kitchen is up the front so you can see how they assemble all of the ingredients. And you could tell with the way that she handled the wok that she was just such a pro. We brought our steaming plate of goodness back to the table, which we had chopped. And for those who are hearing it for the first time like I did, chopping a table is when you place a pack of tissues on it to reserve the table for your use later. And we also got some cold soybean and some deep fried dough, which is also called yaozagui or youtiao in Chinese. And this char kway teow blew my mind. It was Singapore style, which meant it had cockles in it instead of prawns or any other protein. And this was the perfect way to fuel our first day of shopping. Next we went to Watson's, which is maybe the equivalent of a Walgreens in America or a Priceline in Australia, and it had a ton of stuff. Singapore has a blend of Asian and European cultures and products, so it means there's a lot of variety in these sorts of stores. I love to use the Anessa sunscreen brand, so I bought a couple of those, and then I also got some mascaras from Heroin Make, which I have been using for decades now. Their mascara is seriously waterproof and really holds the curls of your lashes. There were heaps of other Korean skincare products there as well, so I did a quick skin check so I could decide which ones I might need. After that we went to Love Bonito and I found a really cute dress, which was only 85 Singapore dollars. And then we went to get a cold drink to stay cool in the Singapore weather.
So it's a bit icy, but it's really yum. You can taste all of the coconut bits in it.
And then we were off to check out the snacks. This was the food court that was at the bottom of Takashimaya, and we were here for one thing, but I couldn't help eating some of the samples along the way as well. Then we got to 1A Crispy Puff. My boyfriend had these puffs every single time he came back to Singapore, and boy are these puffs crispy and crumbly. As soon as I bit into it, I knew it was game over. The pastry was so crumbly, the chicken was so tender inside, it was pretty spicy, and also there was an egg inside which mixed with the sauces really well, all of it coming together to make a really good curry puff. We then checked into a new hotel, JW Marriott South Beach, to be closer to the Bay Area. The lobby was very quirky and arty, but more on this in another video. We were too full earlier, but once we got into the hotel room, we decided to try some of the jerky from Bicheng Hiang.
This is not like the tough beef jerky that you find in Woolies, so it's like dry. No, super hard to eat. This is like soft beef jerky. It's pork jerky. It is super tender. I keep saying pork. No, I keep saying beef, it's pork. Oh my god.
We were eating on the bed though, and my boyfriend's pretty clean, so he got a bit of anxiety watching me do this.
The classic traditional beef pork jerky. I said beef again. But if you want to try something different, these are also really good.
After that, I did a quick review of the shopping I had done for the day.
Okay, so shopping spoils of today. So I got these mascaras. These are ones that I've been using for like years and years. They're really good. Oh no, this one's a primer. Okay, yeah, these mascaras are ones that I've been using for years and years. And then I've also got this mascara remover as well, which is super effective and is the only thing that will take this off as well. I got these hand sanitizers because I thought it'd be nice for my friend's kids. And then this was on sale, so I thought I'd try this because I like the brush version and I've never tried the pen version of it. And sunscreen, because sun protection is super important. And also this is new, like It sounds like magic. I don't know if this is actually going to work, but I'll come back with a review. And then I got these cornflake snacks, mostly for friends as well, but I also want to try one if there's any left over. And then I got a dress.
Before dinner, we went out to get some extra snacks and drinks at Don Don Donkey, which had a really wide selection of things. I had a quick break and then it was off for dinner.
So tonight we're going to go try Singapore chili crab, and we're going to go to a place that's pretty well known to locals called Jumbo Seafood.
There was a bit of a wait, but that was okay because it gave us some time to walk down the river, see the old police station, and also some of the street performers.
Your daddy lives by himself.
My God. I can't do that.
This branch of Jumbo Seafood has the most spectacular view of the Old Hill police station at night.
I cannot get over how pretty this view is.
I didn't really think through the white outfit, so I was really glad when they gave us some bibs.
It's about to get messy.
We got some prawn chins, which we didn't really know what it was when we first ordered, but it turned out to be prawn head.
Does anyone want a jumbo crab?
Then I got a local favourite, lime juice with aloe vera. And we also got veg because I didn't want foreign toilet syndrome. Then the moment we had been waiting for, the crab. They had a Singapore chili crab with deep fried mantau, and they had also pre-cracked the crab already to make it easy for us. I'm not gonna lie, the crab was pretty spicy for me, but it was delicious as well and I could not stop eating. It was such a good meal to end the day. The next morning we decided it was a bread sort of day. I really wanted to eat everything, but we couldn't, so we just limited ourselves to a few of them.
So we got some breakfast / lunch, and we're going to eat these ones. These are my babies now. So we've got a curry chicken crunch, got the pork sauce, and we got the garlic unforgettable. So we got the mentaiko bun. Okay. So I don't think there's any mentaiko inside, but there is butter inside. Exactly like garlic bread. Yep, messy. This is like, it's got the pork sauce on top. It doesn't have as much pork sauce as other buns that I've had, but there are these like really crunchy little pieces on top that are just like so yum. Like they add a bit of crunch but also like sweetness to this bun. The inside's like pillowy doughy. I haven't reached the sauce yet, but it's almost there. Yummy.
And then we went to do one of the classic things to do in Singapore when you're a tourist, which is go to Long Bar. There's a lot of history behind the Raffles Hotel and Long Bar because this is where the first Singapore sling originated. This place also used to be filled with peanut plantation farmers, and they had a tradition of eating peanuts in this bar and throwing the shells onto the floor. If you know Singapore, you know they're one of the strictest countries when it comes to crimes like jaywalking and littering, and it was really weird to see all of these peanut shells littering the floor. Each table is provided with a bag of free peanuts, and I couldn't help digging in and starting to chuck all of the shells onto the floor as well.
I feel really bad for doing that.
We saw that some people on other tables were hesitant to chuck their shells onto the floor, and they even kept their shells on the table. But we littered our shells shamelessly.
So there's a 1915 gin sling, the Sakura sling, and also the vintage sling as well. And then, of course, there is the original.
Both of the slings were good, but my favourite was the original Singapore sling, which came with a pineapple and cherry on top. The Sakura was just a little bit too strong tasting for me. Things got a bit competitive, so we decided to leave and leave the other customers in peace. Next up was Marina Bay Sands, which was really easy to get to via MRT and had a really cool water feature running down the middle where you could ride some boats. Marina Bay is well known for its luxury goods, But today I was after some gentle monster sunnies because I was still yearning after the Jenny collection with the charms on them. Unfortunately, they were also out of stock, so I moved on. We wanted to go to the TWG cafe, but knowing how many teas there are on the menu, we decided to go to the shop first to suss out which ones we wanted. The cafe is stunning and fits in perfectly with its surroundings, and also a really great place to have a break after you finish shopping, or a great place to fuel up before you start shopping, which is exactly what we were doing that day. They give you a giant tea manual to help you choose which teas you want, but we already knew because we had been to smell them at their shop. And then we got ice cream and a tart, which was a really great way to top off a lunch of bread, peanuts, cocktails, and tea. We also got some fries which were really well presented and gave us some extra crunch to our meal. Next we went to the Apple store, which has a crazy design in Singapore. It's literally a ball in the middle of the sea. It means that if you want to go outside and quickly view the harbour, you can do this by going to the Apple store and just walking outside to take a look. And then I went back to a store that I was umming and ahhing over. Marina is one of the oldest trunk makers in the world. So they were founded in 1849. The bags are also very, very high quality and is in a similar tier of quality to Hermes, except that they don't really do that much marketing and they don't have the same exclusivity as Hermes, which means you can just walk in and get a bag. The people working at the store were really, really lovely. And so when I messaged them that I was coming back to get the bag, they had everything ready for me. They unwrapped the completely new bag in front of me and showed me the stitching and also the craftsmanship so I could inspect it properly. And then they also surprised me with a card holder as well. It was a beautiful soft leather with the Moina brand colours on it. And they let me do some hot stamping at the top as well so I could have my initials on there. They even filmed the whole process for me. Marina Bay Sands is a really great place to shop because not only do you get your tax back as well, but you also get Marina Bay Sands dollars. These points do expire though. They did a beautiful job of wrapping it up and placed so much care into it. And then after that I decided it was too dangerous for me to be in the shops anymore and called it a day. That night we had a quick snack at the hotel lounge before we went out because we were seeing his family for a late dinner. We went to JBR Meng restaurant and also 24/7 Durian Place as well. I hate durian with a passion, but it was still really cool to see the local street food like this. And they also had plenty of other fruits as well. On the last day I wanted to do something really touristy, so I decided to go to the top of Marina Bay Sands where the infinity pool was. However, we didn't book a room at Marina Bay Sands, so technically I couldn't go to the pool. But there's a bar right next to the pool called Sailor V, which you can go to the top of for $35, and that $35 can be reimbursed for food and drinks while you're there. And Sailor V is right next to the infinity pool, which means you have this incredible view over the bay. And the food was not bad either. I had these salmon tacos, which were really delicious, crunchy and fresh. And then I also ordered the sourdough with all of the dips. And all of them were so good. I thought I would have a favorite, but they were amazing. And then I went back to the hotel because I had a flight to catch. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up to support me. And next time I'm going to be showing you more of the Pan Pacific Orchard.